What's up everyone, Jamie Say here, back again with some more WWE Champions content, and this video we are going to be doing some gameplay on our latest trial character, who is Grayson Waller, the Grayson Waller Effect. Grayson is a character that was voted for by the community, and we finally have him in-game. So let's take a look at our trial character, who we have at 6-star bronze. So Grayson is a modern focused showboat. Trainer ability, 26k. Red moves that deal damage will deal 75% more damage, and green moves start with 2 more MP. And then the links, so he only has the modern era link for gems do 5% more damage, and he has 2 gears which are available in the trial. I have not unlocked them yet. I am running this video as a non-geared. So he has 2, which the first one, if you get it, all color moves start with 3 more MP. And the second, if you get it, multiple gems generated from moves will increase their strength by 4. So a couple of good gears there. Definitely going to help him. So let's get into our strap first. I have pulled out the old Rainmaker, so there's not much in the way of help from that. We are running a double set of Fury 2s, and you can see just here the percentages we're getting on the bonus. So obviously mostly on green gem damage. So we have a whopping 5 movesets that we can run for Grayson here. I have a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, and a 6-star. So let's start getting into them. The first moveset I'm going to run is the 2-star. So we have the Fireman's Carry Spinebuster, which is a yellow 10 MP move. Its finisher: deal 165,000 damage and choose a 3x7 area to swap into black gems. It is a combo finisher, so after that you then deal another 165,000 damage and choose a 3x7 area to swap into green gems. The second move is the Discus Clothesline, so it's a 6 MP black move. Deal 177,000 damage and increase your yellow MP by 10. And the third move, the Seated Rear Chinlock, 7 MP yellow submission. Generate 30 random submission gems and do 213,000 damage for 3 turns while submission gems are on the board. And remaining submission gems turn into multiple gems of strength 3. Now, with this setup, there is 2 ways you could run it. You could also put in the jumping sidekick so that you choose yellow instead of just increasing yellow, but I think this is the safer route. So let's have a quick look at our entourage. So we are running with Xavier Woods, so the black MP starts with 4 more. And you receive 5% less from green gems. We've got Matt Hardy, so that multiple gems generated from moves will increase their strength by 2. Santa Hogan, for any color moves start with 1 more MP, and any color gems do 2,200 more. And we have Zombie Edge, for black gems do 12,000 more. What I will put in here is if you are running this in feud and your Santa is not to the level of gaining the additional MP, you will need to swap Matt Hardy for someone with black MP charge. Suggestion if you have him would be Judgment Day Priest, but other than that there are a couple of basic ones you can put in that will help fill up the last of the black MP. So that being said, let's hop into a match. We are on Grayson's trial tour at the very end, going up against LA Knight. Yeah. And let's see what we can do. And what I did also forget to mention is that on the strap I do also have a plate, which I will quickly look at. It's kind of lucky for me in a way that I had this plate already on because I have no plate parts at the moment. So we've got a shock system on there so that when you break 3 or more greens, you turn black gems into yellow gems. Grayson, obviously being a showboat, yellow gems are his strongest, even though we haven't pushed to boost them. So, start off, obviously we're going to hit our discus clothesline. And then we're going to bang out our sub, the rear chin lock. Hope to leave as many of these as possible as multiply gems. Obviously with Matt on there, we are up to strength 5. And then we hit our combo finisher. So for me, the way I look at this is we've got a nice split down the middle, more multiplies on the left side, so I'm going to put the black gems on the right, because the main thing we want those for is recharging our black move, and then the greens are going to go on the left, because this is where our damage is coming from. And then shock system goes off, and that in total did 4.3 million. And we can once again run this off. We've had some luck in that the rear chin lock is fully charged. So what we're going to do is actually run that out and see if we can double off on the multiply gems. See if Knight's friendly enough to leave us enough to do even more damage. So hit the discus clothesline, charge the sub again. Unfortunately, it's writing over a few of them. So that's worth noting, is that if you do try and do this, it doesn't go immediately for the plain spaces. It does overwrite your existing multiplies. And then we can once again hit our combo finisher. So again, we've got more on the right side this time, so we'll go left with the black gems. And then we'll go right with the greens. And that is 5.3 this time. And LA Knight is going to no-sell us and kick out again. But no matter, once again we've had some luck and we are fully charged this time. So one more round should do us. Get the sub out. And then we'll hit our combo finisher. And this will do Mr. LA Knight. Wonderful. So it took a couple of turns, but we put him down. And we will now move on to our 3-star movesets. So let's get back into Grayson, swap some moves around. So we are going to keep the Fireman's Carry Spinebuster, and we are going to bring in the 2 green moves. So, going into the 2 greens that we have not seen yet, so we have the Jumping Sidekick, which is a green 6 MP. Deal 159,000 damage and choose 7 gems to make into yellow gems. And then the STO is another 6 MP green, deal 192,000 damage and choose a 3x1 area to make into pyro gems, which will modify all gems above it into multiple gems of strength 3 when broken by you. Now the entourage for this one, I have it saved ready. So let's set that up and go through it. So we have George Steele, so that green moves start with 4 more MP and you get 5% more health. We are sticking with Matt for the increased multiply gems, and then we are looking at gem damage. So we've got Hall of Fame Undertaker for yellow gems do 12,000 more, and we've got Showboat Lex Luger so that green gems do 12,000 more. So let's hop into this one. Again, we're going to go against Mr. Knight. So, main aim here, we are looking obviously to get our pyros out. Now, in this one, we want to try and pick up as many greens as we can. So what I'm looking at is a row there of them. Simply turn the 3 into yellow, and then because we need to charge our finisher, I'm going to make a 3 down the side there as well. And unfortunately, we've had some bad luck. We are cascading into oblivion there. That did 2.6 million just in cascade. Right, so seeing as we are fully charged, we'll go with this again. And I'm going to run it in the same place. Now, seeing as our bottom row is complete yellow, I may as well just do that. We're good this time. And I'm just realizing what I've done by sticking it in the middle, which ain't so good, but it is what it is, because our black wipes out some of it, but we will pick up as much as we can with the rest. What I was hoping for was to have as many greens here as possible, and then try to pick up the rows next to it. But Knight's going to no-sell us on that anyway, so we'll run it again. And we'll try and run it properly this time. After we've taken some blunt force trauma, if I can speak properly today. This one's gonna hurt a little bit. It's 3.2 mil from LA Knight. So let's run this again. So next to our greens, which is what I should have been doing. I apologise, I've realised I was making a mistake. I wanted it next to our greens. Seeing as we're charged, we will just hit those 3. And of course, we're going to cascade again. Board is not being friendly to me on this build. Another 2.3 damage from LA Knight. And we are going to get out of that one. Unfortunately, we have no multiplies left, so we are just going to hit our finisher and get rid of as many of these pyros of his as we can. And then just try and do as much damage as we can by picking up as many greens. So this one not going quite to plan. But even not going to plan, that was 3.2 million. But I have a feeling we may be in trouble with this one. Luckily, we are probably going to get away with it. No, we're not. No, we are in trouble here. LA Knight's going to beat us. Damn. Well, happens sometimes. We had some bad luck with the cascade. So we are going to heal up and we are going to run that one more time. Just to show you properly how it looks. So, Pyro Gems. Let's stick them to the side there. So we want multis, we want another set of yellow just to charge up the finisher. That's a bit better. So black away from the multis. And then green onto the multis to maximize the damage as much as we can. And that's 5.1. So that was better. So again, let's put this to the side. We are equal on left to right with greens. And we are fully charged also. So we need to get that done. Might as well let it row break. And Cascade does this again. So we have less multis this time round. But luckily we are still going to be able to do a nice chunk of damage. And again, the Cascade is eating at us on this one. Takes out another row. 4.2 mil. I was about to say it'd be nice if he'll stay down for this one, but of course he's not gonna. Because it is LA Knight. He's a stubborn git. But I feel fairly confident saying we should put him down with this round. So let's go over there. And again, we've had some luck with the Cascade in the sense that it has fully charged our finisher again. So that's the one saving grace from our Cascades. Black gems that side. Green gems over the multis. And that knocks out LA Knight. Wonderful. So we can now move on from the 3-star moveset. I apologise, this has taken a little bit longer, but the Cascade has not been friendly to us at all. So, on now to our 4-star moveset. Now, this one, I admit, I am not going to be set up for well. Obviously, I've only got 4 loadouts I can save, and this is the one I have not saved. And also, I will say this is a moveset that if you have a drip plate, this is very much one that you will want it for. So we're bringing in our 2 black moves and then keeping the submission. So, 2 black moves we're bringing in. So we have the Discus Clothesline is a 6 MP black move. So deal 177,000 damage and increase your yellow MP by 10. And that I've just twigged that's the one we had in the first moveset, so you didn't need to hear that. The Diving Elbow Drop is the one we are bringing in, which is new, which is a 7 MP black, and so you deal 174,000 damage and make 30 multiply gems into black gems, and the pin bar will not move. So, this one we have to manually set up. Obviously, the first thing we want, if it will work for me, Portal's going to be slow on me. This is why I wanted all the loadouts set. Yeah, Portal's being slow on me. There we go. So, move charge, obviously the first one we want is Xavier Woods. He's going to be up here because we've used him already. There he is. And then we are probably going to be keeping Matt Hardy. And again, this is a situation where I'm using Santa Hogan. So if you don't have him with the 1 MP, very much you want to swap Matt out for someone who is going to do the additional charge that you need for the black moves. And what you will notice here is I am not fully loading the diving elbow drop from the start. Or at least if I was running feud, I wouldn't be. Because I have tour perks, I will be fully loaded, but we are going to act as if we don't. So at the moment we are only charging for 6 MP on the black, which fills our discus clothesline. So let's go into this one. And honestly, if you have a drip plate, and possibly even if you don't, this is potentially the best moveset you can do. So we're going to stick out our multis, hit the sub. It'd be nice if LA Knight would leave us some and stop cascading into extra gems. But after that, hit our diving elbow drop. Turn all the multis into black, recharge our 2 black moves. Pin bar doesn't move. And again, we can refill the sub. And hit the sub again. And this is just an endless cycle. So this moveset, especially if you have a drip plate, which obviously every time you use these 2 black moves is going to generate more multiplies. This is going to be a pain. Unless you are going against him with a 1 MP move user that can do a lot of damage. Either that, or unless you can put him down first turn. But other than that, if you are relying on your move charge, you are gonna struggle going against this moveset if he starts cycling it. It's just non-stop. Not the quickest on offense, I will admit. It'll be a damn sight quicker if you have got a drip plate. But set up as we are, it is not the quickest. But you know full well you are going to be minimal on damage taken because all he has to play with is the board, because we are just keeping his moves down. Constant. There is a sub every turn, so those moves are not going to charge full. I mean, if you wanted, you could also potentially, rather than going on the damage for the gems, you could push for sub damage. I mean, it's 213k at the moment, so get a couple of decent sub trainers and coaches on there. You could potentially up that as well. So there is a couple of ways you could run it. Obviously, drip plate is going to be the preference here. If you have one, as I said, I don't. But yeah, that's a pain in the butt moveset. Absolute pain in the butt for going against if that's on defense. Anyway, on to the 5-star we move. Yeah, I'll start that again. On to the 5-star moveset we go. Three down, two to go, and we are 25 minutes in. So, if you are still going with me, thank you. Right, 5-star. We are going triple yellow. Bringing in the 5-star move. Come on, there we go. So we've seen the first two yellows already. We've seen the fireman's carry. We've seen the seated warrior chinlock. And the new one we are bringing in is the running clothesline. So it's a 7 MP yellow, deal 188,000 damage, and choose a 3x1 area to make into 2-turn Juggernaut gems. That will increase the strength of your multiply gems by 1 on every countdown turn, and increase your yellow MP by 4 at the end of the countdown. So this one, we have the loadout set up, thankfully, for the other two moves, so there's no waiting around for Portal. So loadout on this one, we have Kofi Kingston, so yellow moves start with 4 more MP. We are running with Tatanka for another 2 yellow MP, and yellow subs do 100% more damage per turn. And then we are gem damage on the coaches with Lex Luger and Hall of Fame Undertaker for green and yellow gems. So that one set up. Let's get back to Mr. LA Knight again. So first thing we want to do on this one, we want to hit the running clothesline and get our Juggernaut gems out in a space that he is not likely to break them. And then we hit our sub, because we want those multiplied gems on the board for the Juggernauts to increase the strength of. So obviously they're ×3 at the moment. Juggernaut gem goes off, increases them to ×6. So obviously it's an increase for each one, so that's an additional 3. And then what we are looking to do is just... well, obviously I didn't particularly want to do that, but we want to see out... oh god, no. I need Scopely to do something about that. That's annoying, because the Juggernaut gems that were here are not showing the countdown. I keep getting taken by that. So I will run this again. So imagine this from the start. So obviously we've put our jugs down. We hit the sub. Sub in this case has actually wiped out 2 of ours because we had the multis on the board already. But obviously in the basis that would have got, all those would have gone to ×6. We would have our 3 left. And then you're just looking at damage. So obviously on the basis that they would be here, and on the basis that hopefully they would be undamaged, we would just look to take as many multis as we could without doing much damage to them. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work for us this time. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, Scopely, it'd be nice to fix that if you could, because that was still showing 2 charge when it was actually at 1. Not a fan of that. So that needs to be fixed. So, Scopely, if you are watching, listening, please can we get someone to take a look at that? So we'll run it again from fresh. Obviously, as I said, that's now down to 1 turn, not the 2 that it represents. We are up to ×6 on our multiplies. And we will simply look to take out a bunch with the black gems first. That one's now become unprotected, so we're going to avoid that. No, yeah, no, we're good. No, we're good. And that was 3.4 million. But that will keep him down on this case. So again, gameplay not quite going to plan on that one. Thanks to the glitch on the Juggernaut gems catching me out. But you get the gist of how that one wants to run. And we will move on to our final moveset, which is the 6-star. So, moves first. So we are swapping from triple yellow and we are moving to triple green. And this is another moveset that I think, while it's possibly not going to look the strongest here, partly due to the fact that I am running a Rainmaker, and obviously I know my damage levels have not been over the moon on this one. But bear in mind I am running a Rainmaker, I am not, I don't have the gears, and I don't have particularly anything special aside from the Fury 2s. So, there is definitely more room to scale the damage on this. Right. Loadout for the triple green moveset. So we have George Steele for green moves start with 4 more MP. We have Bailey so that green moves start with 2 more MP, and green moves that deal damage will deal 65% more damage. Ideal person to put in that slot would be Powerhouse Scott Steiner, so that you get the green MP and the green gem damage. Unfortunately, I don't have him, so Bailey is the best we can do in the meantime. We've got Zombie Becky for green gem damage, does 30% more damage. Obviously, she does botch gems as well, but that is null and void on this moveset. And we have Showboat Lex again for green gems doing 12,000 more. Obviously, I know Zombie Becky is a little bit of a rarer one at the moment. If you don't have her, you can just pick out any of the coaches that do green gem damage. There's Lacey, there is Hall of Fame China. So, final battle against LA Knight. This time with our 6-star moveset, so let's see what damage we can do with this. So, this one, Pyro Gems first, so that we get our multis. This one we are looking to pick up as many greens as we can, purely on the basis that when we lay out... I just realised I've been a dope, and I forgot to talk you through the new green move. So let's quickly do it now. And obviously bearing in mind that this is with Bailey on, so the damage level, base damage level is less, but the stunner, 6 MP charge, deal 263,000 damage and make 38 random gems into green. So we are turning most of the board into greens here, hence the reason we've tried to pick up as many of these greens as we can to link up with. And it's 3.4 million. And Knight hits us for 1. That's fine by me. Now, given that we have our star there, I'm going to run this here, purely to take out his pyro gems. So, just hit the 2 so that our multis are there, less risk of the cascade. And then again, we hit our green gems onto the board. And that was 3.9 million. So just thinking about it, another option you could use with the trainer, obviously I've got Bailey. The other one you could potentially look at is the green MP charge with the multiply gem increase of strength by 1, just to get some extra damage out of these multis. I'm not sure off the top of my head who that is. If you do know, by all means leave a comment down below. Just so that A, that I know, and B, so that everyone else is aware as well. So, let's see if we can finish this off this one. So once again, get our yellows out. We get a cascade there. Had it been a little more friendly and not only left us with 3, I would have potentially said let's go for another set of multis on the board. But with only 3 notches left on the pin bar, that would have pinned him. So 3.5 million, and he's going to kick out again, is he? Yep. LA Knight, stubborn as ever, does not want to go down. The man in real life. This one is going to row break us. Again, luckily no cascade. Hit the stunner, and I am also going to put out a little bit of justice for Grayson here as well. Isn't it? Yes, they've given him a stunner, but where is the rolling stunner? That is iconic. Grayson is that rolling stunner finisher that he uses. I was really hoping to see that in game. Obviously, we will take a stunner, but the rolling one would have been great if we could have had it scope play again. But that is what it is, and that is Grayson Waller. So I apologise, this has been quite a long video. We've had some issues with board, with Cascade, and just me, a little bit of dumb gameplay. But you get the idea of it all. Obviously, again, that is based off of running a Rainmaker strap, so we are certainly lacking in damage in terms of gem damage that we could be doing. And it is also without his 2 gears. So, not bad considering. Certainly if you have a bit more of an optimal setup. And especially for those, as I said earlier, who have a drip plate, if you have that, get that 4-star move going, and that is going to hurt like hell. And in the meantime, guys, I appreciate that you are all still here at this point. We are pushing for 40 minutes, so I will call it at that. I will ask you please to like, share, and subscribe, all the good stuff. And in the meantime, keep jamming, and have a nice day.